This is how to solve a 4x4 using the reduction method. This method assumes that you know on how to solve a 3x3. If not, watch this video linked in the description. If said, done, let's get started. Alright, first step is to make the centers. Unlike in a 3x3 where the centers are built in like this, I mean, in a 4x4 you need to construct them. We'll be constructing the white center first. So to do it, we first need to find two pieces, one white, the other also white, and then connect them like this, which is called a bar. And then we need to find the other pair of pieces, like here and here. And there you go, the white center. For the yellow center though, the same is done. You just simply do this, but this time you want to put it on top because yellow is always opposite of white. So then you would do this. But because the white also brings it up, you'll have to do a U2 and then bring it down. And same goes for here, but this time we'll have to use an overlap. So essentially, we'll do this, then a U2, and down. And there you go. Two centers complete. Now for the sides. In a normal Rubik's Cube, on yellow on top, the color scheme is blue, red, green, and orange. So, unlike in a 5x5 where all the centers are pre-mapped, you have to build this yourself. So, just like the same thing you did with the white and yellow centers, you just find a bar, you find two pairs of pieces, and pair them up in a bar. Then find the other piece, and then connect them. And then we just simply find the bar, which has already been connected, so no need for step 1. Just like what we did to the yellow center, we do this, and then U2 down, U2 again, and back up. This will connect it in the correct color scheme. Moving on. Oh wait. Oh dear. If you are very lucky enough to stumble upon into this, skip a step. Skip the next step. If not, if you end up with this, like mine here, where one center right here and the other center here is one centerpiece short, we simply do a sledgehammer until we get the right pairing, like this. We just do multiple sledgehammers, which is usually this alg, but wide. Now we just simply do this, U2 down. Now double check the color scheme is the same in a 3x3. In this case, yes, so we can move on to the edges. For the edges, we need to find it's the exact same thing as finding the centerpieces, but with edges. So we usually find these, find the two matchings. In this case, I'll be doing the cross, and then pair them up. But this time we use this. We use one of the centers to cut through and solve it. Just make sure to realign the centers first. Otherwise, it'll be a jumbled mess. Here's another example. Two pieces right here. Then set them up, and then cut right through, slot it, and repair. And then insert. Keep repeating this process until you until the right cross is solved. And there you have it. A cross. The cross is finished. Now moving on to the slots. Now moving on to the tricky part of this. We can pick any of the edges, but we have to swap one of those out. For example, if I, for example, wanted to pair up this, I'll need to find a piece like that's matching, just like we did to the centers. And then, if the piece is flipped, we can just simply swap it using a sledgehammer, or just by reinserting and inserting it back. And then once it's paired up, we do the same thing as we did to the cross. We set it up like this, cut it through, slot it, repair. Simple as that. Oh, and hey, if you get lucky, you will also have a second piece. So slot it here, as you might as well slot it here too. Now let's hear another example. If one of them is swapped, we just simply reinsert the piece like this, set it up again, and insert it and repair. Now once you have all of these and this, you're ready for the next step. We need to do something what is called a setup bar, a buffer slot. This will be our buffer slot onto our left. Now you want to find the pair that matches up. In this case, the yellow blue and the yellow blue edge pieces. Now we simply set it up as usual, but if we were to do the normal setup, this edge will be broken up. So instead, we need to do we have to do an L move, which will push the piece out of the way, and this disconnected piece in there. And then do the normal setup. Make sure to repair the cross and then the center. Now, and then for the most part, if you end up getting a skip where all of the edges are solved, skip to the next step. If not, like you did with mine, for the most part, here is it. To do it, make sure that both of the sides are matched. In this case, if it was this color order yellow red, the side also has to be yellow red, and it has to be perfect, and it has to be symmetrical to each other. Now once you do that, perform this algorithm: EW F R U R prime U prime R prime F R U, and then do F R prime F and R. Then simply realign, and there you have it. Now, if you know how to solve 3x3, you just solve it like a 3x3. However, when you get to this part, you either have two cases. Either the edge is not flipped, or it is flipped, like my case. You've just stumbled upon a very unlucky case called parity. It's when the edges are flipped than they're supposed to. If this happens, Well, I hate to break it to you, but the algorithm is super long. In fact, I can't even know on how to understand it, which is why mastering a 4x4 can be a bit of a caveat, but once you know this alg, it's simple as that. So, perform this algorithm. RW, U2, rotate the cube up, RW, U2, RW, U2, RW prime, U2, LW, U2, RW prime, U2, RW, U2, RW prime, U2, RW prime. That is quite a long set of moves to follow, but once you know it, think of it as one set of moves is clockwise, and the middle to the end is counterclockwise. Now, once you've fixed the parity, you can solve it like normal. But wait, don't click off this video just yet. There's one more set of algs. There's one more set of algs, and that is a PLL parity. Luckily, there's an algorithm that allows you to fix it. So, and it's way easier than memorizing the OLL parity. So, to do the PLL parity, we then simply find any side you want to cut through, then do this alg. Oh wait, hold on. No, I did it wrong. Okay, don't do what I just did here. I might have to edit that out then. Do this, but then and then that. And there you have it. Congratulations! You have successfully solved the 4x4. And I hope this video helps. If you want to see more how-to tutorials about Rubik's Cubes like this, subscribe. And I'll see you next week. Bye!